Hi everyone, thanks for joining us here today, and we're going to be explaining how you should prepare for your first meeting with a financial advisor and what kind of questions you should be asking them. Chris, did you want to start?
Yeah, thanks, Mike. So today we're just going to do a quick couple tips on a meeting with your first meeting with a financial advisor. And why we're doing that right now is it's the beginning of the year, and a lot of people, or we find we get quite a few inquiries at the beginning of the year of people wanting to make that initial meeting because they're either they've never met with an advisor and it's been on the back burner, and now New Year's resolutions or for whatever other reasons they want to now get that put in place after the holidays, or they've been meaning to speak to another advisor because they're not happy about who they're with and want to see what else is out there. So the first thing is you're going to be opening up in regards to your finances, obviously, and that can make many people quite uncomfortable. A lot of people aren't very comfortable talking about their finances. So you need to be prepared for that because this is going to be your time to tell your story to this advisor, and you're going to need to have details because you want to give them a lot of details because you want to make sure they're a fit. Worst thing you want to do is kind of go in, not give them all the details. You make the switch or the move, and then you get there and then you realize, whoa, this is not a fit. So that's what the point of this is today, is to try and help you avoid that. So be very prepared to talk about your story. Do a quick review of your finances before you meet with the advisor, knowing things like having an idea of your portfolio, accounts, cash flow, income sources, just things like that that you should have a general idea of, and have that material in front of you when you're speaking to the advisor. You're going to do most of the talking, and it's going to be, like I said, about your story. And the next thing is, after that, also have now a list of questions, because you're going to want to make sure that none of those are missed in the time that you have with this advisor for the first time, and giving you value for the time for you taking that initial step to meet with the advisor. And those questions should be around, obviously, the life stage that you're at, your expectations. Do they service people in your situation, life stage, the transition you're going through? What are their fees? What services are included? Is there a minimum portfolio size? Because there's many firms that have that. So of course, that's something you want to find out right away, because you don't want to go through all this and at the end find out, oh, okay, I don't have enough to qualify for this. Do you work with a team? Do you have designations? And other things, like maybe you had good and bad experiences. With where you're at, if you're with another advisor, we'll let that advisor know that, so that the expectations are quite clear. And Mike, is there anything else that you can think of that people should be?
The big thing for me is I like to tell people, check out the advisor's digital footprint. Go check out their website. Go check them out on LinkedIn. Check out any podcasts if they have them. Do they have any designations? Two of the biggest and most important designations in our line of work are the Certified Financial Planner designation and the Chartered Investment Manager designation. Do they have them? Do they work with a team? Do they work by themselves? These are just some great starting points before you get your foot into the door with these people, because it really saves you that time of going to the initial meeting if you don't feel like it's going to be a fit, and it gives you a sense of what to expect before you sit down with that person.
Also, if you're going with your spouse, have a quick chat before you go in, or maybe you're meeting virtual, because that's an option as well too. And if that's, you also want to check if meeting expectations, that leads into that. Actually, let me touch on that for a second. Do they meet face to face? Do they meet virtual? Can you do a combination of both? Do you want them to meet your home? Because some firms may or may not do that. And frequency, and do you have a weird schedule that you have to meet late on evenings or weekends? Those are important things to make sure you're asking, because you don't want to move everything over, sign up, and then now find that out after the point.
Yeah, and Chris, thanks for sharing that, and thank you all for joining us here today for our latest video installment. And follow us on social media for more tips and insights